doing this. All right. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. All right. All right, everyone. So this is the part of the presentation that you already know. So if you don't know me after all this time, my name is Tiago Fortunato. I'm the sales manager of Relais Chateaux, and I'm based here in New York City. And today we're going to travel to Sicily and Malta. So I hope you're all very excited about that. All right. So I'm just gonna do a quick intro here, as I always do, on the brand, and after that we will be doing the presentation one by one. Okay. So I don't know if you guys know, but we are a non-profit association of luxury hotels and fine dining restaurants. Ta-da! Nobody knew it, right? So we started in 1954 with an idea to showcase impeccable hostels with amazing hospitality and, of course, great cuisine experience. The first ground itinerary ever created that we call the Route de Bonheur that we're going to be promoting here today featured 8 properties that linked Paris to the Côte d'Azur, and the idea was pretty much to make the Parisians drive over the weekend and, of course, always enjoying amazing hospitality and a meal on the way. This was a great success. Today we have over 500 hotels worldwide, and our mission is pretty much to transmit the most authentic experience of the local destination to your clients. All right. So here, just a few advantages of booking with us. We're a global contact, you already know. We're assisted with itineraries from scratch, and for every reservation made with Relais Chateaux, the commission is guaranteed, all right? So always be checking with Onyx if you have any issues. You always use me as your main source for those issues if you booked with us, all right? So here, the toll-free number of the reservation department here in New York. There's the email address here as well, the RC-USA. The code for GDS, but if you don't have GDS access right now, there's the website. So the relaischateau.com, it's a very cool website. So you just go there and the bottom of the website, and there's the travel agent link where you can click and create your own profile, all right? So you just have to place your IATA number, and you should have access to all Relais Chateaux properties and rates. So if you're Virtuoso property, I'm sorry, if you're Virtuoso agency, you should see Virtuoso rates there. If you're Select, if you're Signature as well. And of course, if you're a preferred partner with us, you should see the complimentary breakfast offer there as well. I'm also promoting here the Routes de Bonheur that I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, which is basically suggestions that we have an itinerary section of our website. So we have a total of 138 all over the world, but today we're only promoting Malta and Sicily. As you can see here in the bottom part, this is the itinerary that we're gonna be doing today. So you can filter the itineraries by destination, themes, and when you click here to discover, you'll be checking all of the properties, where they can find an away, the partnership that we have with Hertz. So everything should be there. And this is just basically to inspire you to give some ideas of itineraries all over the world. All right. So here's the iPhone and Android app. That's very nice. So I've always liked promoting this to agents who always ask me to have a list of all of our properties. So now you can have it in the palm of your hands. So just download over there. You just can filter by destination, themes, and everything should be there with all the information. All right. So Italy here. So I'm actually just promoting Sicily. So we have 3 properties in Sicily and first 1 property in Malta. So here on the left side of the screen, as you can see, for green and red, I think this is better to show. So green and red, so the properties that will be open and the properties that will be closed. They're still closed. So you can always filter by that to see everything worldwide, right? So this is just a map that I did on Google Maps today. So it's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. So Sarah Palace, Locanda Don Serafino, Monte delle Terre Nere, I think I'm pronouncing right, and Capofaro Locanda property. All right, so this is pretty much all the context of the hoteliers that are here today. I will be sharing with you later on a follow-up. And this is my contact, Amy Goya, my other half in LA. You can always contact us for everything regarding our beautiful properties. All right, so this is pretty much for me. I don't know if there's any questions, but I'm always here, you know, to answer anything for you guys. All right, so we're gonna be starting with Antoine, presenting the Xara Palace. Antoine, whenever you're ready, to start your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Diego.
Mhm.
So welcome to this webinar. This is the Xara Palace Relais Chateaux from Malta. It is the only, as Diego said, it's the only Relais Chateau on the island. It's a 17-room inside the silent city of Mdina. We are the only hotel in Mdina, and it's the hotel is the whole of Mdina was built in the 17th century, and it was built by the Knights, and it was the former capital city of Malta before the Knights of Malta moved to La Valletta. The property is family owned. Over here in the center, you can see the owners in the red trousers, Joseph Zamitabona and his wife. However, the property is family owned, and they are very much hands-on. It's not the first time that the old lady in the center, the wife of the owner, would be in the reception helping us, answering calls, and or taking care of the flowers, etc. Our general manager, Tonio Aquilino, and some of our team members just before an event we had in front of the hotel. Malta depends a lot on tourists. It's very tiny. In fact, you can see it's 37 kilometers by 17 across, and we depend a lot on tourism. We have close to 3 million tourists per year, and in terms of population, we are just under 400,000 people. This is the Mdina, the silent city, as I said, built in the 17th century by the Knights of Malta. And we are right next to the dome, next to it. There's the Xara Palace, Relais Chateaux. The city itself is, there's only a few people living there, just over 100 people. And most of them are older than us nowadays. For this period, they have had their houses for a long time. Some of our suites, good to say that in just over a year and a half ago, we have refurbished 11 rooms out of 17. In fact, this is suite 11, one of our refurbished rooms. And all rooms are different. We have 17 rooms, however, with 8 different room categories. And I say different room categories, literally, all rooms are different. When it comes to textiles, decor, structure, all of them are different. Another suite, which is a duplex room, it has the bedroom as soon as you come in, and then on top you have the like a small lounge leading to a terrace. Another refurbished room. Then this is the highlight of our rooms. Out of 17 rooms, we have 4 rooms with a terrace and a lovely jacuzzi, as you can see. And since we are located on the bastion walls of Mdina, you can be sitting in this jacuzzi, enjoying this view, having breakfast in the morning or having dinner in the evening with this view. Whoever has come to Malta has been to Mdina, you can see practically a bird's eye view from on top of the bastions. Our chef, Kevin Bonello, chef de cuisine, for probably Alex would know, he has his chef has worked with Kevin a few months ago, and just recently, well, at the end of February, we have been awarded a Michelin star. Kevin has been awarded a Michelin star together with the Demondion restaurant. Some photos of our dishes, which is, I have to say, the menu is revived every 3 months because we have a small clientele, local clientele, so people have to have variety of food. And this is the view from the Demondion restaurant and the inside. We try, since we have 17 rooms, we try and give a very family service. You are not room 1, 2, 3. Over here, you are Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So we know everyone, all our clients by name. This is our trattoria restaurant where people can have lunch or dinner. It's a family style restaurant, as the name says, trattoria. And this is one of our suites turned into a dining room for a group we had who wanted to have a special occasion just for themselves. As I said initially, the Xara Palace, Relais Chateaux is part of the Infinitely Xara group, and we have some other properties which are also featured in this presentation. In this case, it's Palazzo de Piro, again located in Mdina. A series of rooms, all connected to each other, and we use them for weddings, meetings, events, etc. This is the view from Palazzo del Piro. And we also have the Shara Palace, the Shara Lodge, which is part of the Infinitely Shara Group. It's a multi-purpose venue located just beneath the Basham Walls of Medina. Used for various things. The pool is located at the Shara Lodge, but our guests, we offer transfers from the hotel to the pool, so that since we don't have a pool at the hotel, reason being that we don't have space within the walls of Medina to do an actual pool, we take the guests to the pool to enjoy the day by the pool. For those who don't know, Malta is full of culture and history. These are some of our prehistoric temples. Some people say they are over 3,000 years old. Freestanding stones built many years ago for people who used to live here at the time. As well as the cathedral. This is the cathedral, one of the cathedrals of Malta. It's very majestic. We have a cathedral in in Medina, and we have a co-cathedral in Valletta, the capital city of Malta. Marsa's Lock, we're surrounded by sea. What you see here is a small boat in front. We call it a lutsu, which is also a fishing boat. Nowadays, it's used to take tourists from one place to the other within the harbor. But you can see, if you can see on the front of the lutsu, there's the eye, which is also, it's believed to be the eye for good luck. Churches. We have a number of churches, to be exact, 362 churches spread all over the country, quite a number of churches and chapels. And this is the skyline of the capital city of Valletta. Most of the time we have things related to sea, reason being that we have nice weather from end of March right till November, end of November. So the sea is very accessible for tourists who come here, enjoying boat rides, enjoying the sea itself. We have the sandy beaches on the north and rocky beaches on the south. So people can enjoy the sea as well as culture and the historical side of Malta. This is a view from Valletta. This is one of the natural grand harbors that we have. And you are seeing here the three cities. I am giving you all this information because Malta, people think that Malta is a very tiny island. However, we have a very, very long history, and people coming here in winter, they can enjoy the history and the culture of the place. In summer, they can enjoy the beach, they can enjoy the hotel and other facilities that we have. So we are technically, really and truly, a destination for all year round destination. We have, if you're curious what the picture with the fireworks is, from June, the first week of June till the third week of September, we have festas, village festas here. And these would be the typical fireworks you would see in a village. I do thank you for your time. Tiago, I don't know if I can continue.
Yeah, actually, we're a little bit over time, but you can definitely wrap up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry. And I do thank you for your time, for being here today with us. And I'm proud of being part of the Relais Chateaux team. I'm actually honored. And I look forward to having you, some of you, or if not all, here in Malta, to welcome you at our hotel. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, Antoine. Thank you so much for the presentation. It was very, very helpful. And actually, I love the idea that you just actually explain more about the destination. It's pretty much what we need. Let me see here. There's a few questions. I'll start here with Roberta. She said, "Buongiorno." Hi, Roberta. Nice to see you here. Daria, he said, how many nights would you suggest in Malta?
Well, Malta, normally people ask me this question quite often. I would say within the island, because the island, Maltese Islands consists of two islands, Malta and Gozo. I would say anywhere between 4 and 6. It's more than enough, and you will see the majority of the island. You will not be able to see everything. However, a nice stay between 4 to 6 nights is more ideal.
Okay. All right, so she also asked about the pool, but I think this came before you presented the pool in your presentation here. So here from Susan. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you here. So how far is the property from Valletta?
Well, a straight transfer with a car, it will not take you more than 20 minutes to get from Medina to the capital city of Valletta. And this is not even, I mean, we don't really have traffic in Malta, condensed traffic. So most of the time it's a straight transfer from one city to the other.
Okay, perfect. So here are some more questions from Jenny. Jenny, what is the temperature in the winter time?
Still hot. We have the lowest it can get in Malta is at night on a cold January and cold night in January would be around 7 degrees, 8 degrees, and it is at night. It's not the first time you see people swimming in December over here.
Okay, so from Judith, how many rooms does the hotel have?
Unfortunately, only 17 rooms, 17.
Okay, and is from Alicia here, is Shara open all year round?
We are. Our busiest months are the winter months, but we are open all year round.
Okay, so another one here from Alicia. So would you suggest splitting a stay on each island? How would you suggest that?
Well, you can possibly consider 3, 4, possibly 5 nights in Malta and another 2 or 3 nights in Gozo. Make it like a normal package of 7 nights. However, even 4 and 3 or 3 and 3. Gozo, this island, we call it the three-hilled island. It's smaller, it's greener. However, I don't think you will find, if you're into history or culture, you will need to focus more on Malta than Gozo.
Okay, so here's one last from Mark. So he's just asking, like, what is the language you guys speak in Malta?
Well, our national language is Maltese. However, 97% of the population speaks fluent English. In fact, all the street names are in English and everything practically English is our second language. Having said that, a good 80% of the population speaks fluent Italian.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for the presentation and answering the questions here.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, agents, for bringing those questions. I like that. So Alex, whenever you're ready to start your presentation. Thank you, Antoine. Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sicily. I'm Alex. I'm the Executive Director of Locanda Don Serafino, and we are on the southeast of Sicily, close to Malta. It's 1 hour and a half far by ferry from Valletta. Serafino was the father of Antonio Giuseppe, the owner and the maître maison. And just a second. Okay, it's working. The father of the owners, and he started opening the restaurant on the coast. It's just 30 minutes far from the town, and nowadays it's our seasonal restaurant and the beach club. On 2000, the sons start their business in Ragusa and open before the restaurant, and some years later the hotel. For this reason, hotel and restaurant are in 2 different locations, but as you can see, we are very, very close. And Locanda, it's a small property. We have 11 rooms. The hotel is built in a building of the 18th century, and it's very particular because there are some parts are of the pre-earthquakes age. We are talking about the end of the 17th century, and huge earthquakes destroyed the southeast of Sicily, and what we see now was built after these important events. And we have also some rooms covered in the rocks. Our restaurant is a Michelin-starred restaurant, and we host the biggest wine cellar in Sicily. We are talking about over 1,600 labels from each part of the world. From last year, we opened also another property on the coast, our 7 villas. So it's a different concept of holidays that we are launching and are close to our beach club. In the hotel, as I said, we have some rooms covered in the rocks. We have 5 categories. In particular, experience and luxury suite are the room with the rock walls. We host families until 4 people can stay in the same room. And the new buy of 2020 was the dog kit. We are focusing to welcome dogs with our guests. And we improved the COVID health and safety procedures. For this reason, we changed also our operation on the last month. And I would say thank you to your disposal for your Q&A, and I hope to see you soon in Sicily and meet many of you.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. I have actually read a few questions here. Roberta is saying hi to you. Actually, buongiorno, Alex.
Ciao, Roberta.
So here from Daria. Hello, Kanda. Is there AC in the rooms?
11 rooms, 5 categories.
No, I know, but is there air conditioning? There are air conditioning?
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
All right. Daria is also asking this for Tushara Palace, but we can answer this later at the end. Yuli to Alex, I think Michael Scumbo, I think there's a message here from one of the reservations.
Oh, thank you, Yuli.
You can answer later. So here from Joyce, please explain the rock rooms again. The sound was a little out.
We have this room that entirely covered in the rock. The rock is not treated, so you live a very unique experience. In total, 3 rooms. 2 are located on the main building of the hotel, and another one is the luxury suite. It's the room that it's separate from the main building because it's over the restaurant. And there is also the biggest room. We are talking about 70 square meters with private garden and jacuzzi. And there also the guest can have the breakfast that is served on a Michelin-starred restaurant that is open only for them. So it's a very interesting product, for example, for a special event like honeymooners, or also for the family. We host some Grammy winners last year. That with us 1 week with the kids. So it's very private.
Nice. So here from Laura, so she also didn't catch how far is the restaurant from the hotel?
It's 600 meters. We're talking 10 minutes by walk.
All right.
The guests to reach the restaurant by walk because you will pass through the narrow street of the town. It's very nice during the day, but in the evening it's so romantic. Somebody of you can say their experience. Is this? We also can arrange a cab in case.
Okay. All right. So here from Josephine, do you have a swimming pool?
Unfortunately, no. Because we are in the downtown and the area, it's under the Italian regulation for the historical place. So it's very hard to build something new. But on the luxury suite, they have the swimming pool, the private jacuzzi.
Okay, so here from Alicia, I mean, are you open all year round or is season?
Yes, we are open all year round.
All right.
Just in February, a couple of weeks.
Okay, so here from Alan. Hi, Alan. So what is your beach club like? Is there a restaurant there? Can you just elaborate more about the beach club?
Yes, the beach club is over the sea. The southeast, it's sandy. It's not rocky, for example, like in Taormina on the northeast. The restaurant there, yes, you can eat spaghetti with your feet on the sand or enjoying the view. It's more casual.
All right. Here from Alicia again. So what would you suggest as points of interest from the hotel?
You can reach, for example, all the Southeast is so interesting for the barracks, for the hearts, but also for the wines. And the destination is considered a food valley for Sicily, because, for example, just to understand, the town has 80,000 locals, but there are 4 Michelin-starred restaurants in 30 kilometers. So for foodies, it's a cool place.
That's
But
how I remember the
yeah,
restaurant.
but you can reach, for example, Siracusa in 1 hour, or Agrigento in a couple of hours, and Taormina in 2 hours and a half, and Monaci too.
Yeah, it's a fantastic region. So here, so you said you already answered about Siracusa from Lucy. It's about an hour. And from Nancy. Hi, Nancy. So how far is the beach club from the hotel?
It's 25 kilometers.
Okay.
30 minutes by car.
Okay, perfect. Let me see if I have any other questions here in the chat. Do you recommend any tour operators or within, I'm sorry, any tour connector within Inspector Montalban? Is that
Montalban, yeah, it's a cereal. It's a very popular in Italy. Yes, we suggest, and we also noticing that many people would the location of this movie is not just Ragusa, but there are many places. Yes, we can arrange a tour with a tour guide or special guide. Yes.
all right? So I have time for 2 more questions, and that's it, guys. After just an email. So here from Alicia again. So is there a place to park a car for clients or?
Yes,
Okay.
there is. It's not private because there aren't garage in this part of the town, but the guests can reach the property by car, and we provide a complimentary valet service, so the colleague take care of the car and park nearby.
All right. So the one last question here: how many days would you recommend to stay in Ragusa?
Minimum 2 days, because guests usually or come from Malta or from Siracusa, Catania, Taormina, or Agrigento. So the distance, the difficulty in Sicily are there isn't highway. So you spend 2 hours just to make to drive for 100 kilometers. So for this, we might to reserve minimum to stay. We haven't minimum stay request, but just to leave the destination, leave the property, it's the minimum suggested.
All right, and eat really well all these days. All right, Alex, thank you so much for the presentation and answering the questions. So let's just move on to my dear Giovanna. Whenever you're ready, Giovanna, brand new Relais Chateaux property, guys. So,
hi everyone. Let me share the screen first. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon in Italy. My name is Giovanna. I'm the general manager of Monaci delle Terre Nere. Monaci delle Terre Nere. Sorry, let me check how it's okay. It's a Relais Chateaux, but also wine estate and a farmhouse located in the eastern side of the island, in the Mount Etna area. Just think that we are 20 minutes driving far from Taormina, half an hour from Catania, 40 minutes from Catania Airport, which is the airport you have to fly to reach us, an hour and 15 minutes to reach Siracusa, and around an hour to reach Messina. So very well positioned, even if we are in the volcano area. Just let me tell you a few words about the most active volcano in Europe, still active, which is Mount Etna, in which the property is located on the slopes, of course. We are based 500 meters above the sea level, which means a very special atmosphere, because even if it's hard to explain through a presentation, all the property overlooks the sea. So any of our rooms has direct sea view. In the estate, which is 62 acres, we have 27 rooms, suites and villas. All the suites, it's a scattered hotel, and as you can see in these pictures, all the suites has been built in old farmhouses, which has converted into luxury suites. This one, for example, is a group of suites and rooms, with private garden, and it's a combination of tradition and innovation, because all the rooms are very modern and very well very stylish, I would say, very contemporary. So it's not like the idea that you can have of a rustic accommodation. It's absolutely something very fashion, keeping the combination with the past. The main building that can be seen in this picture, it's a baronial house, dates back to the 17th century, and it's a typical Sicilian house. That's the main building. In the main building, we host the reception, the bar, and at the first floor, the Locanda Nerello restaurant. And it's the only common area in the property. So any of the room, the villas, are independent. This is what, I choose to make the presentation with images, because maybe Monaci delle Terre Nere is one of the property which cannot be show the atmosphere of this place. We are away of everything, but not in the middle of nowhere. So you are very close to everything, but you are really apart, immersed in the nature, surrounded by vineyards, surrounded with the sea in front of you and Mount Etna on the back. This is our famous buffet breakfast, which has not been cancelled because of COVID. We still have this beautiful and very well furnished buffet, which is served instead of self-service, and in which we only serve our produce. Just think that we do produce all the vegetables, all the fruits. We bake everything in the property. You can have fresh squeezed vegetables in the morning. You can make your smoothie, and it's served under the pine forest. So it's always an experience of nature and healthy food. The main restaurant is the Locanda Nerello restaurant, is inside the Sicilian house. The atmosphere is really familiar, very warm, and as you can see, even here it's a combination of art, of tradition, but very, very contemporary. We also have a restaurant by the pool, the main swimming pool in the property, in which we have a light menu, considering the temperature. In Sicily, even if we are on Mount Etna, temperature are very high. We have now 33 degrees. So you can imagine. Back to the property. We do produce 6 different kinds of wines, and they are organic wines. We are a bio-organic certified estate. So the philosophy behind the experience at Monaci delle Terre Nere, it's really strong. We do not buy anything. We do produce everything in the property, or of course, talking about the food, the meat and the fish, they are only local and only seasonal. We are very strict on this, and we really think that promoting this kind of, of new way of luxury, which is the luxury of the nature and the luxury of the healthy way of life. Some of the rooms showed in these pictures. This is the deluxe room, is the basic room we have. And as you can see, any of the room has its own private garden. This is an estate suite, deluxe estate suite. It's completely independent with 2 bedrooms and 2 toilets. And it cannot be showed in the pictures because during the winter time, we build 7 brand new swimming pool, private swimming pool belonging to all the villas and all the deluxe estate suite. This is a very unique room. It has been realized inside a palmento. Palmento was in the ancient times the place in which the grapes were collected, pressed, and then left staying before becoming wine. So any of the room is different. You can see the lava stone on the walls. Monaci delle Terre Nere, it's really unique. It's not a word, it's really an experience, and it's not a hotel. It's a 36 degrees experience, which include the wines, the food, the nature, all the activities. I'll show you few rooms. This is an estate villa now with the swimming pool in front. This is our iconic room, Monaci Villa. From this room, you can see more or less all the property all around you, and it has the private pools as well. And let me start with the video just to try to show you how Monaci is, and it's just an attempt. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to welcome all your answers and to welcome you in person in Sicily at Monaci.
Thank you so much, Giovanna. The video was such a wow effect. So, you know how much I adore your property. I really admire the job you guys do there. So thank you so much for the presentation.
Yeah.
So let me see here if I have any questions. Of course I do. So first I just want to say happy birthday to Yuli. She's here enjoying all of the presentations. So hope you're having a great birthday there. So let me start here with the Q&A. So here Lucy's just sending like a couple compliments about the property. She was there. I don't know if you guys met. So Jenny Cook is saying she's in love. So Nancy K, so she's just asking here, is there a spa facility in the hotel?
We do have massagers in the hotel. Basically what we do is doing massages in the rooms, and we have a yoga program. We have private yoga classes or private yoga teachers in the room, and there is not really a spa, but we do all treatments in these big rooms. Consider then the average size of the room is 60 square meters. The biggest one is 150. So considering that we are in Sicily, they are very, very big. So, yes.
All right, so here from Anne-Marie, she just actually missed the number of the room. How many rooms do you have in it?
27 rooms.
Okay.
We have 4 private villas, completely independent, and all excepted 8 deluxe rooms. All the rest are estate suite and deluxe estate suites.
All right, so here from Josephine, she's just saying absolute stunning. So from Joyce Novik, hi Joyce again here. So what's the room rate average?
500 euros per night is the room average, of course, considering that starting from 380 up to 2,000 euros per night.
All right. So here from Alicia, she's just saying beautiful property. I think everybody's just like super stunned by the property here. So, Janie Scott, so have sent clients there. So just compliments, no questions. So when did the property open? From Josephine. Mm-hmm.
Okay, normally we open in March and we close January 7th. This year we are going to be closed the end of October because we are not sure about the winter time, and the project is to open back in April 1st in 2021.
All right, so Nancy, just answer your questions about this. So friend, my dear friend here is just saying buonasera to you. You guys met during the showcase here in New York. So let me just go back here to the chat to see if there's any other questions. So also about the spa, I think this is pretty great. So remember when I met you for the first time doing in London, there was the booth. So I was like, this is the effect that I told you that the property will have in the market. So really great. Thank you so much for the presentation. So let's just move on. Jessica Donzella, whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. Okay. Can you see the screen? No.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so hi, I'm Jessica. I'm the front office manager of Capofaro Locale di Malvasia, based in Salina in the Eole Islands. Capofaro is part of Tasca del Merita family. They are a Sicilian family wine producer, since 8th generation. They have 5 estates all over Sicily where they do produce wine and they do hospitality. And Capofaro, based in Salina, is the 5-star hotel of the property and the Relais Chateaux. The best way to reach us, to reach the little island of Salina, is to fly into Catania Airport. From there, we can arrange private transfer to Milazzo Port, which is the closest port on the mainland. And then from there, guests can take the public hydrofoil or either a private transfer. There are also other connections, like direct helicopter from Catania directly to Savina. And also there are direct connections from Palermo and Naples during high season. Salina, it's considered the greenest and the most authentic of the Eole Islands, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Capofaro, it's surrounded by a vineyard of Malvasia, which is a typical wine of this area, where the family Tasca del Merita, they actually produce 2 types of Malvasia, the sweet one and the dry one. And we are situated on a cliff of 60 meters above the sea level, with a huge view of the 2 islands in front of us, which are Panarea and Stromboli, which is the active volcano. And on the other side, you can admire the Monte Fossa delle Felci, which is the ancient volcano of the island. We have 27 rooms in Capofaro. 21 are based inside the original building, which in the past was a fisherman village, and with an Aeolian style, a very minimal style, and with an outside terrace facing the sea. But in 2008, we built 6 new rooms in the adjacent lighthouse. These rooms have a little garden outside. Some of them are facing the sea, and some of them are facing the mountain. One of our best points for sure is the kitchen. We have a kitchen based on Sicilian tradition, but with a contemporary style. The chef really uses only local product. We have a vegetable garden inside the property that provides more than 70% of our kitchen needs. And also we cultivate ancient wheat in the main estate of the family in Relais in the heart of Sicily. And from that wheat, we produce our bread and the pasta, which is served in our restaurant. We have an inside restaurant, which is just with a view of the vineyards. But we also have a beautiful terrace just adjacent to the restaurant, where we do serve dinner during the months of July and August, during high season, and where it's also possible to take a nice aperitif and enjoy the eruption of the active volcano of Stromboli, which has been very active in the past years. We have a freshwater pool with a white sand deck, and we also have an agreement. We don't have a private access to the beach directly from Capofaro, but we do have an agreement with a private beach near the property, let's say 5 kilometers, from June to September, which is complimentary for our guests, with a private shuttle service that runs from Capofaro to the beach back and forward for our guests. Some of the experience that we usually suggest to our guests are for sure the yoga lesson in one of our breathtaking terrace. Massage, we don't have an in-house spa, but we have a little gazebo where we do treatment and massages. And of course, wine tasting with our sommelier in order to discover the traditional and the history of the family, and the cooking class with our chef Ludovico. We have a little sport area with a paddle tennis camp, this new sport, and a mini soccer camp and ping pong table. But we also suggest to the guests to experience the island because it's an amazing spot. We can arrange boat tours around Salina or the other Eole Islands, but also trekking in the volcano, in the active volcano, but also in Salina. And we can arrange, we call sunset pack, is like a picnic bag with a bottle of wine, and people can just have a wild aperitif watching at the sunset in Pollara, which is one of the best spots on the island. We have a multi-use clubhouse, which is ideal for seminars, and also we have inside a little boutique with made in Italy product, but it's also an ideal place for guests who are like having a early check-in or a late checkout, and when the room is not available, we give them the possibility to still enjoy the property. Also, to conclude, I would like to share with you the commitment that we put in the safeguarding of the environment, which earned us the 2020 Sustainability Trophy by Relais Chateaux. Actually, since 2019, we eliminated all the disposable plastic from the property, as far as the market allowed us, of course. So this is a little resume of our property, and I really hope to meet you all in Salina soon, next year actually.
Lovely, Jessica. Thank you so much for the presentation. Amazing. Actually, I do love your photo with the vineyards and the sea, and I always use that in my presentations here in the United States, and it's a very popular photo.
Thank you.
So let me see here if there's any questions, guys. So from and your friend here, she's just saying very tempting to come to visit you, saying buonasera. So do you provide bikes to the guests?
Well, we don't know. Until now, we didn't have bikes inside, but there are different companies that they do rent bike on the island. Maybe could be a new thing of 2021. We will see.
Okay, all right. So Nyla just sending like what your properties, saying thank you here. Let me see if there's any other question here. Yuli just saying like amazing property. This is actually a really good webinar. So do you have any yachting excursions from Josephine?
Yes, we have different local vendors that have different kind of boats. Some people can enjoy like more like luxury boat trips, or even the classic gozzo that we call the wooden boat of the Aeolian, with the Aeolian style. So yes, it's possible to do boat trips of
Oh,
different types.
all right, great, great. So let me see if I have any other questions, but for now, those no other question. But in every webinar, I know like the majority of you are open, so I like to do just like a roundtable. Actually, just the first questions. Are you all like pet friendly? So this is my dog, Thor. So Brenda, this is for you. So if you're like Miss like
Hello,
Thor,
Tor.
he's a little bit mad at me because he was like taking a nap. So it's just like I don't want to be here. But are you all pet friendly or no?
Yeah, we are pet friendly. We
Okay.
also have a kit for dogs, of course, where they are very welcome.
All right. All right. Here from Joyce also, like how many days would you recommend to stay?
At least 3, because the journey is quite long, and in order to enjoy and to not be so stressed, we suggest at least 3, but even 5, it's perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So here, Roberta just say buongiorno to you. I think she was there with David doing a
Yeah,
trip.
yeah, yeah. Hi, Roberta.
Yeah, and I was actually very jealous about that trip. I want to do as well. So when the borders are open, I will bring agents there. So let me see here. So this is to all of you guys. So let me see here. So maybe like we'll do like the order, like starting with into one same order. So like for the properties that are opened, so just share a little bit of the daily experience that you guys having with guests, like how are you sanitizing the rooms? Like how is the energy there?
Okay, well, as soon as guests arrive at the hotel, they will be asked to use the mask, to cover their face with the mask. There's sanitizing just after they come in. The place is sanitized every night at 2 o'clock in the morning. The lobby area, all the public areas are sanitized. The rooms, since we don't have a number of bookings, what we're doing is we start cleaning, and we need to allocate a good 45 minutes to an hour to properly sanitize each room. This is by law. Has been imposed on us by local authorities, so it is something which we have to handle very carefully. When it comes to restaurants as well, after every guest, we have to sanitize the tables, the chairs, and the area. COVID-19 has been taken very seriously by the local government here in Malta. So the regulations are very strict, and we have to make sure as management of the hotel that we do what is in our power to protect our guests and staff as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Antoine. Alex, do you have anything to add? Like how was the experience in Locanda? Actually, you're muted.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. It's very particular at the moment. Around the hotel, the properties, see that the people follow the regulation about the COVID. For example, in Italy at the moment, it's mandatory wear the mask and the social distancing. And for example, we ask each guest, for example, if they would the cleaning service on the coverage in the evening. And we are noticing that somebody preferred to avoid any contact from external. It's very, very interesting how people are following the regulation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Giovanna, how about you? Like, how's the experience there lately?
To be honest, Monaci is the perfect place to be chosen after COVID, because we didn't need to do as much, because all our areas are outside. We have quite distances at the restaurants, in the breakfast area, and as you saw, all the The rooms are quite private, and so our guests, they can really choose not to come to the reception if they don't want to. What we implemented are the booking procedures. We made everything virtual, so the reservation, the registration, even the checking of the final bill, everything is managed using WhatsApp, email, and so is the way, and with the online registration for all our guests. So they really don't need to come to the reception area. Same, they can call us. So the staff implemented this kind of communication, and it happens that we don't see our guests, never during the stay. But I must also tell you that people are quite feeling safe with us because of the condition of the property. We put away any paper from the rooms, and we did it differently. We provided a bag with all the information which are for the client one use, so they can decide to keep them with them, including the Relais Chateaux guide, and which is given personally, and all the staff is wearing masks, and we do sanitize all the rooms and all the common areas with ozono machines. It takes sometimes a little bit time more to get the room ready for the check-in, but it's not a problem because we do the welcome by the pool, so the guests are immediately welcomed by the pool, and they can have their welcome drink by the pool and waiting for the room to be ready. I mean, all the rules are followed, but I must tell you that all the guests we have this month, for example, in August, they really felt quite comfortable and safe, even if the situation, of course, has to be taken with all the attention.
Great. That's what we need to feel safe.
Absolutely.
Out of our home. So, all right, Jessica, I know you're not open, but do you have anything to add? Any planning or to this or?
We are planning to reopen on April 2021, and we will see what it's going to happen in the next months. But we are very positive about next year, for sure.
Good. Fingers crossed. We all.
Yeah. Everybody.
All right, guys, thank you so much for bringing all these amazing updates on your properties and region. Just adding here into the agents, this is a great route to the Bonaire, great itinerary. So not many properties, so in great timing for not a very long trip, but if you want to do a long trip, it's also like a great place to be. So very happy that we now have like a kind of fully closed itinerary in the region. So thank you so much. And thank you so much for the agents that are here today. So let me see if there's any more messages for you. I'm sure that it's just like everything's so beautiful. So thank you so much. And whatever you are, stay safe, wear masks, wash your hands, and it's pretty much this. Ciao, grazie, and we will see you again in another session. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
Thank you.